Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So you're thinking about a motorcycle camper trailer, maybe a motorcycle camper trailer hauler. And I call it a hauler because, well, it's best to be hauled behind your motorcycle. When you have that motorcycle, you want to think about how easy is it to fix? Do you know that motorcycle? Are the parts readily available? And can you fix it on the side of the road? In this case, it happened to be an automatic petcock that happened to stop working. A simple bypass and fuel would start flowing. That being said, this was an easy, inexpensive fix, but if you're stuck on the side of the road, you're not going to have that same miracle to happen. Next thing is, do you do a custom build or do you buy one that's readily available? We'll get into some of those examples a little bit later on. You don't want to build one that's top heavy. As you can see here, it's leaning off to the left. That's not so good. But you want one that's powerful enough to haul that. So anything above 1,000 cc's, I would suggest maybe even a 600 if you have something that's very lightweight. And you got to keep in consideration when you have these trailers that you're going to be open to the elements. And if it's top heavy, you're going to be subjected to the wind. If it's lower down, you won't need as much as powerful and you won't need as big of a bike or as heavy as a bike to handle the winds and or storm conditions that you'll be subjected to. That, and you'll be able to see better behind yourself, because I guarantee you that barn, you're not seeing too much behind you. It's also hard to set up. It extends out in this particular video, and while it seems like a great idea, it's not exactly great for the elements, even when it is set up. If you watch the video, which I'll link down below, please do so. You'll learn a lot. You'll definitely learn a lot. You'll see what not to do, as some of this is showing what not to do, and the dangers of not doing it well enough. You will be subjected to a lot of things. Safety is the number one concern, and looking at this, it scares me to even think to have something so high up that you're both blind, like barn-sided, and it's just scary. I'll leave it at that. Keep a low trailer, something that is separate from your motorcycle, and that way it is more dynamic and better suited to the motorcycle lifestyle of having to be maneuverable to avoid traffic or any kind of accidents. That being said, let's dive into trailers. They're actually quite expensive. This one is your commercial hauler, and as you can see here, it's got lots of features. The ad was written really well, but you're looking at a very expensive trailer. It looks great. You can hitch and go. Folds out, which is awesome. You want to see that, because then you'll have a lot of space to camp in and you'll be comfortable. That's the name of the game. You don't want to be camping out in back 40 somewhere random and be uncomfortable. Now here is the cat's meow of trailers. It's actually very expensive, this one. We're looking, like they say, financing is available, and you can see why. This is a commercial style trailer, and this is basically having a camper hooked up to the back of your motorcycle. You've got AC. It's got all the creature comforts on the inside. You can store your stuff in there, and it's just a welcoming experience. I can't see anything wrong with this other than that it is extremely expensive. Now, it does have an air conditioning there, which kind of threw me off, because you're not going to have that running at your head or by your feet while you're sleeping. So it's kind of not so sure about that. But if you're going to be doing the motorcycle camping life, you got to be open to not having all the creature comforts. It does look nice. It's very aerodynamic, which is a big part of having a proper motorcycle trailer. And you're able to put all your stuff on the inside of it to keep them all nice and secure. Now, you can't really haul everything, so you have to, pick and choose what you have. Now, this is another trailer. Again, very expensive. The ad was limited in what it wrote, but you can see where the storage is, and you'll see the next ad, which has exactly the same trailer, and it actually has a good write-up about it. Now, again, they're all very expensive, but you're paying for a niche market. And yes, you can find something cheaper for your car or truck or SUV, but again, it's a niche market. This one actually has a rack on top of it. I like that. It has some pretty cool rims, but we're not looking for coolness factor when you're going camping. That being said, it is still pretty cool to be riding around on your motorcycle, and with fuel these days, these things are quite expensive. Now this one actually shows the compartment for your storage, and that's quite a lot. Now you'll be hauling it with your motorcycle. That's why you want a bigger motorcycle. That way you can get up and go, because you want to be ahead of the traffic. That way you're safe. This one has a lot of storage, and I like that. So you can have your cooler, your food, ready to eat materials, and food. Even some people have rations and stuff like that, just so it's easy to go. And you have a lot of space on the inside. That's big, so you can be comfortable, and you can get up and stand and maneuver and change and do what you need to do. This is a custom build, but again, bigger motorcycle. Here's another teardrop style trailer. You want a bigger motorcycle to haul that, so you can lie down and you have enough room for that. That's a big thing of being comfortable. Here's another couple of teardrop style trailers, and you'll notice that this is the most popular option because they're aerodynamic. They can be built in many different ways, because on the back of them they have the storage. You have a side door, you have a vent. Some of them have fans built in, and you can get really custom with your setups. Watch a lot of videos, and some even have this, as you see here in this one, a tent put on top that folds out, and that's your motorcycle trailers are prime for the appropriate real estate, and everything has its own purpose. Some are a little taller, some aren't so much, but you can always build it taller and keep it more aerodynamic. And this one is basically a full-on trailer pop tent. They get kind of crazy as the further you go in this video, and you can see the full out, pull out, fold out, everything. This one's basically a full-on camper external wise with the tent built on top. Very cool options, but the taller you go, the more top heavy you are. And this one would need like an 1800 cc or bigger motorcycle. That being said, I'm a big fan of the simple teardrop trailers. You can build them in your backyard, and they look good, they function well. More aerodynamic, because we want to save fuel, especially these days with everything, taxes being so high, inflation being as crazy as it is. The teardrop camping is definitely the way to go. And if you have tools, you have a bit of know-how, you're going to be able to build your own, at the very least maintain what you can go buy, and have your own camping experience at a very low cost. RVs are expensive, gas is expensive, life is expensive, but camping on a teardrop trailer doesn't have to be. Anyways, if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.